back to my channel. So I actually just filmed this and then I realized I didn't finish reapplying my lipstick, so it looked a little messy, so I'm refilming it. So today's video is going to be another Real Talk with Kym video. My plan is to eventually do these once a week, but for right now I'm doing them whenever I end up getting a letter. So if you guys have any type of advice at all, it doesn't matter what it is, if you need advice, be sure to email me and I will always respond. I will most likely make a video if you want me to, or if not, I will just help you through it, like by personal emails with you. So if you guys need any type of advice at all, be sure to email me. I will put the email right here, and then just email me and I will respond, and if you would want me to, I will make a video, and that way you can get other types of advice as well through the people who write in the comments below. So this letter is actually pretty long, so I am going to jump right into it. So the letter reads, "Hi Kym, I need some advice. I hope this makes the cut soon. Thank you in advance for reading and sharing as well. I'll try my best to be as detailed as possible. I purchased my first home and have been in my home for 2 years now. I closed February 2014. I live alone, single, no kids, and just got a little puppy October 2015. Over the years, my cousin has expressed some interest in living with me. At first jokingly, and then when issues with her mom arose, it got a little more serious. I personally was not looking to have anyone live with me. After all, I worked hard to purchase my home all by myself and prefer my own space. My cousin and I are close enough to where she wanted me to be the godmother to their child as well as be her maid of honor in her wedding. She got engaged to her girlfriend in November 2015. The same girlfriend slash fiance has expressed unloving feelings towards my aunt, which is her cousin's mom, for how she was treating my cousin. My cousin still lived with her mom and had issues with cleanliness. So naturally, she was always being told to clean her room and other things as well. I do have to admit, my aunt had her ways to make anyone upset and want to leave, but it all came to a boil in December 2015. And my cousin came to me and asked if she can move in right away because she could not take my aunt's antics anymore. She also mentioned that her and her fiance are actively looking for apartments. They were doing this prior to her asking to live with me, and are saving and planning to use money from their income tax check to pay for an apartment. Being nice and understanding, I said she can stay so she can get her own place. With that, I didn't know the fiance was moving in as well. It was all cool at first, and then things started to turn. I started missing my alone time and my privacy. Not only that, they do not help clean or help with anything around the house. They only pay me $100 per person, so basically $200 per month. Also, they eat out almost every day, and we are going on month 5. Normal people who are trying to save and get their own place will not eat out every day. We either didn't eat or made a meal out of anything we could find at home. Not yet any mention of leaving or anything about apartments. I honestly cannot deal with this anymore, and I cannot stand to be home when they are here. I literally hate turning the corner and seeing their cars in front of my house. If I am home and they are there, I am locked in my room to avoid talking or seeing them. I intentionally hang out at my mom's house until around 9:30 p.m. to avoid going home and seeing them. And by that time, I hope they are asleep. I'm all about faith, so even before I lived in this home, I blessed it and prayed over every inch of my home. I honestly feel like something that is not of God has now come into my home, and I want it out. It doesn't feel like my home anymore. Not only that, the attached pictures are of the room they both stay in, which is means to be kicked out automatically, LOL. I do plan on re-blessing and cleansing my home when they depart because I come home angry when I didn't used to. My home doesn't feel like a home anymore. I've asked advice from a number of people and they all say that I'm basically being used and disrespected. I need advice on how to tell them that I need them to leave without coming off angry and possibly ruining my relationship that I have with my cousin. Sad to say, but I'm even at a point to where I don't even care if we talk about after this. Sad, right? As you can see, this has got me down. I've had to pray so hard and hold myself back to not confront them when I'm angry about this. I cannot and do not plan for them to be here for a year. A year will be this December. How would you handle this? Any advice will help. Sorry so long. So I'm not going to show you guys these pictures, but I'm going to tell you exactly what I see. So the first picture, let me click on it. The first picture is a mess. It's horrible. There's like clothes everywhere. The bed is unmade. There is hot sauce on the bookshelf. There is a takeout cup on the floor. What else do I see? Another takeout cup sitting on the dresser. A couple of red, you know, those red cups you use at a party sitting on the dresser as well. You've got toilet paper on the floor. It's horrible. It really looks like a tornado came into this room and just tore it up. There's a whole big hamper of I guess it's dirty clothes, but it's like overflowing. Wow, there's like a Burger King bag that's open on the floor. Oh, Burger King bag. Then this doesn't even look like it's from Burger King. Another takeout cup. A Dunkin' Donuts, empty Dunkin' Donuts like coffee culotta cup. The bed has a comforter on it, but there's no fitted sheet on it, so it's basically a mattress and then a blanket. And then the last picture has an open closet, and in the closet there's an open Pop-Tart on the floor, and then like the Pop-Tart box. Clothes everywhere. There are shoes on top of clothes. There are clothes literally all over the floor to where you can barely walk around, I can tell. And just bags. It looks horrible. It really looks bad. Okay, so from looking at these pictures and reading your letter, honestly, only one thing comes to mind, and it may seem really easy just to say it, but it's so difficult to do, and I know it's going to be difficult for you, but what you need to do is you need to sit down and explain to them just that this can't continue. This is your house. This is something you worked hard for, and it's so difficult to get your own house nowadays, and to see someone else treating it like that is, I can understand how upset you are, because looking at these pictures, it would make me so upset if someone was living in my house and not caring, and it seems like they really just don't care. You're right. It's very disrespectful, and it's showing they don't care. It's a lack of disrespect. So the thing is, when you're already upset to the point you don't even want to come home, talking to them, I don't think it's going to do well where it's just you three. I think you might need like a median, or not median, like a mediator. You need a mediator. And so I would suggest, I don't know, not her mom, maybe your mom could sit down with you guys and them, and then you can explain how you're feeling, and hopefully you can come across where you're trying to be kind towards your cousin without like getting too upset over it. But I feel like at this point you just don't want them to live there, and I can completely understand, because I feel like telling them that things need to change, if it didn't work with her own mom, I don't think it's going to work with you. So at this point, I feel like, man, I mean, you just got to sit down and tell them that you want your privacy, and it's time for them to look for their own place, that you love them, but at the end of the day, you know, you intended to get this house just for yourself, and you just feel like it's time for them to move on, and hopefully they won't take it the wrong way, you know, but I feel like there's no way else to say it but that way, because you just can't keep them in there. I feel like if you keep them in there, all you're going to do is get more and more upset, and things are just going to build up to where it's just going to be a big problem to when you do eventually confront them. So that is my opinion. I feel like you do need to sit down. You do need a mediator when you do sit down, so things don't get too crazy, because you're already upset. They may already be feeling a certain way as well, but you just need to sit down and even write down, if you need to, write down your reasons as to why. But the main reason is you did not intend this for like a family house. You intended it for yourself. You deserve it. You work for it. This is your place. Their names aren't on the mortgage. This is your place. If something were to happen to it, at the end of the day, they can move on to something else, because they're not on the mortgage. This isn't their house. This is all you. As much as this is going to probably hurt your relationship, because I don't feel like there's any other way around it at this point, you need to tell her that it's best if she starts looking for another place, because it's just a lot for you with two other people, and you just intended it to be a home for yourself. And hopefully she can understand that, but you might need some space before you ever become close again, because it's just a lot right now. And don't just tell them like they have a month. I would give them until maybe the end of the summer to get their own place, but let them know they do have a deadline. Because at this point, honestly, looking at those pictures, I wouldn't want them living with me anymore either. So yeah, that's my advice for you. I really hope this helps. I haven't been through this myself, but if I had a friend who was going through that, that is exactly what I would tell them. That's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed this Real Talk with Kym, and if you guys have any advice for her, or if you've been through a similar situation, please make sure to write it down in the description box below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.